Take two. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Control. I don't know what happened, but thankfully I caught that bug a bit early. I just cleared the communications department.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Control point right here. I don't know what happened, but for some reason the desktop audio wasn't being captured, and I have no idea why. So I had to restart OBS. But it seems to be working now. I'm very happy with it. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God. Not like God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster, and the fans plus the timing belt for my car's engine and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how to on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Hiss barrier. The hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as a way to impede escapee or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity, or 2. Destroy the hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seems to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from those sources, the barrier will fail. Does an inactive structure made of hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file redacted for full report. And then we also got like a new little video about something called a floppy disk.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
I've always thought about stuff like that. Like, if you could have a superpower, I'd always want telekinesis. I mean, just having the ability to manipulate matter with your mind. Is that the floppy disk?
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
A lot of dead bitches here. Like, they got, like that dude over there.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Yes. Okay. This game just got a million times cooler. You give me telekinesis in almost any game and I will be happy as a clown. I might actually play that game eventually. Bioshock and Bioshock 2. Because if what I've heard to been rumored is correct, there might be a fourth Bioshock coming soon. When the PS5 launches. Bet I've already talked to certain people about what I want to get my hands on. This is cool.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it.
Have to try and make up the fall off. And once they close a certain distance, they just lock on. Okay, that's This is cool. This is so cool. And this is mixing a lot of games I know. I'm getting like a Bioshock vibe because of the telekinesis. I really hope that I get more objects of power so that way I'm not just like refined to telekinesis and shooting. I hope I get something like if I can get something from like Titanfall where you're able to like use a bullet shield and then shoot that back at enemies, that'd be cool. I know I'm kind of geeking out right now about games, but I mean that's what that's the whole reason I started doing something like this, you know. I'm a person who plays games. I just want to have fun. I don't know, for the longest time I wanted to be a game designer. I've always looked heavily at like storytelling methods, and I've looked closely at like the way the graphics are made, and I'm really fascinated with the behind the scenes stuff. Because if you've ever gotten to know me, or for those who have known me and watched this, which I doubt there are many, I am someone, and you can ask my friend group who knows me really well, I am someone who does not like to be in front of the camera. I'm always the person in the back. I'm always the person who's manning the camera. I'm the person making sure that everything behind the scenes goes well. I'm the person who's trying to make sense and order out of the chaos that's in front of me. And I'm not saying that to sound superior, or I'm not saying that to say that the people who are in front of the camera are always nuts, but I just don't have that type of energy, and this is why this is kind of a big oxymoron, is because I want to do this. I want to be on YouTube. I want to be I want to be a presence on the internet, but I don't want my face to be revealed. And I know that's very common when you have people like Swagger Souls, Raccoon Eggs, Fitz, and, well, not so much Fitz, but The Dew. But it's just, I don't know. I've never liked having my picture taken. I've never liked showing off. I've never liked being the main focus of attention. I grew up in a household where I was the oldest and I was the only son, so of course I was the center of the attention almost all the time for like the first 7 years of my life, and then my sisters came along, and then I had to help support them, and then I'm not trying to say this to gain pity or anything, but I kind of just fell from the spotlight, and I didn't mind. I much preferred it that way. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got really annoying really fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech, and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns, space hippies, or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invaded City Planet and converted the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. Kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. 2 out of 5. The floppy disk. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose materials. Description. Periutility? Or periutility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows periutilitarians to telekinetically lift materials and throw it a short distance. The object is currently bound to redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in redacted by agents redacted within the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to redacted missiles, believed to be reserved for use against redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Demolitions experts. Rangers. The Bureau only allows certainly highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variants to wield the specifically built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track. I'm guessing that... Okay, so it's basically just RPGs, and I'm guessing Rangers are... Well-armed expeditionary forces. His corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during awe response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Okay, so these are like the harder hitters of the agents. Or the ones I've been fighting so far.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Okay. I wonder if the classifications they use in this is like the leveling system in a way. Health boost is always useful. Yeah, but it only gives me a 17% boost, so... Okay. I want to actually fight one of the demolition experts again, but this time give them a chance to fire off their explosives, see if I can pull a Bioshock to where I can grab it out of midair and just like fling it back at them. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Bioshock and Bioshock 2 are great games. Phenomenal games. Games that I played my entire life. Okay, that's cool. I can hear them when I pull the object towards me, too. Aw, I was trying to run and it wouldn't let me run because I was crouched. Damn it. Oh, that blows. I'm probably back at... Yep. I don't even know what, like, real level I am. I'm guessing I'm only level 1.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mail.
I also just have to get much more tactical with this. So I'm guessing that was a ranger, and I'm guessing rangers are like elite enemies, so people I shouldn't be taking on quite yet. System security evaluation confirmed data breach. Summary. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of the users: Patrick S., Rubens N., Arto K., Christopher Mills Bowling, Jacques Saarinen. Saarinen? Hope I'm pronouncing those last two right. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 921 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigations team. Further actions are pending. Seems like these guys kind of got themselves into a huge amount of trouble. I mean, why would you try to hack a government official website? That's just... Is that poison? Okay, yes, it is. Ouch. Run back in here, grab that health that was around. Clearance level 1. Sweet. Assets. Clearance level 1. That's awesome, actually. Wait, grip. Grip is reliable with semi-automatic fire that is deadly at short and long range.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
I actually want to listen to that, so I'm going to put it on through my collectibles.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below him. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, When no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
That reminds me of a podcast my grandmother used to listen to. I think it was called like Squash Story. Like it was about Sasquatch and paranormal stuff like that, and it was almost exactly something like that. But hearing something like that, I'm not sure if anyone else watched this movie. I'm pretty sure you have. It was a very popular horror movie, but the movie 1908, I think it was, where the writer stays in the haunted hotel room and it shelters are made out of. I'm wondering what I'm going to use these, like...
The night manager was kind enough to find me.
They can fly now. Great.
Can't see who's shooting at me. I could... See, I hate when something like that happens. It just... like, it obstructs your view, and it just makes the fight unnecessarily hard, even though you're on low health, so it's already difficult. I don't know, it just... I can't exactly skip it. It just kind of blows.
They can fly now. Great.
Always forget I can switch shoulders.
have a feeling.
Hiss elevated. Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau parutilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss evaluated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except for their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts.
He'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
That was an interesting fight, though. Even though I couldn't hit him with the object, throwing it would kind of cause him to dodge and drop his to catch mine. And then it would allow me to light him up. That was... See, I like boss fights like that. It makes you think about how to use your powers. Aha. I have clearance. What's over here? Or no, this is above the control point. That's probably what was glowing a little bit. Yeah. Okay. And I'm actually kind of excited because, again, if what is being said is to be believed, then Persona 4 Golden will be coming to Steam sometime soon. And I would absolutely play the ever-loving hell out of it. Also, to a lesser extent, Persona 3 Portable, or P3P, because I have Persona 3 Fez on my PS3. I just have to get the right equipment to play it, to be able to record. Hey Malcolm, yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday, Jim. But I can't wait, because in about a month I will be going to my family's home in Michigan for a couple weeks to celebrate my birthday.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed.
The Hiss got him.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an ultimatum would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Classic trope. Get caught talking shit. energy cost minus 7%. But I do like having health, so sorry.
The hotline can't be far now.
Oh, hotline chamber. Butte supplement. ID AWE 17. Altered world events. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual, see file MOT1. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owners and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel, is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. The time of writing, light cords have been found in the oldest house located in and sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is but initial hypothesis sensors on the Butte AWE as hotline security log. Director Trench, Bill Everett, Director Trench, Bill Everett, Director Trench, Bill Everett, Director Trench. What? So am I Carol Bishop? I believe that's my name, right? Oh, I wish I could check my name now. Because that's kind of messed up. If this is still somehow going till now, even though there's no one here.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with a black pyramid.
This is a really neat, shot. Oh. I thought pulling the cord would, he said dream logic, so I thought I could fly. Whoops. Normally something like that would kind of get my goat, but that was just kind of funny in my opinion. spat of disappearances were traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocated light switch cord. Agent pulled the light switch cord, disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord. In order to replicate the event, he disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house.
Have we been here before?
There we go.
No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on
Black
the run, under the
Pyramid.
radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Hello? Anyone here?
Said something about a ritual, so I'm guessing I have to recreate that in order to get to the hotline. Radio. Doesn't look like anything to interact with, really. 225, 227, 226, 224, 222. Oh. When I ring the bell, different doors open. Okay. I don't need that room.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Would it be that simple? I suppose so. That was cool. This is getting really interesting. I like it a lot. Allow me to contact. What? Oh, okay. So then it makes my presence known. So I can lure.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
Wow.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
So it seems as if I can contact all the previous directors.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust.
Damn.
Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now.
If that ain't a
But I must
fucking
reach the
movie.
hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
So I now have the hotline, which is very useful. But sadly, this is where I will be calling it for right now. And to all the people who are watching, to all anyone and everything listening, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that your plans go as well as you'd hope. This is Giant Q, signing off. Have a good time.